As the illegal migration crisis in Britain continues to escalate, it's not just undermining legal migrants who are still waiting in the queue, but of course, it's affecting our own people, including the homeless, who are being removed to make room for the others. It's every single day now. This channel, we are keeping you guys up to date on all the tiny scandals regarding the big scandal, the wider issue, which is the lack of borders, which is, of course, affecting national security as well as the public services, and, of course, in terms of accommodation for our own people. This is about Ben Bradley, who's a member of parliament, has come out to expose how hotels in his area are removing homeless people who are waiting, basically, in the queue to get a house so that they could be replaced by illegal migrants. This is Ben Bradley, who has been pretty sound on this issue. He came out to say that they have turfed out residents who are already in there for temporary accommodation and who have presented themselves as homeless. These are the people who the local councils basically gave them temporary accommodation until they find some sort of space for them, yet nothing is now happening. In fact, they were being removed. He said, it's not on, to be honest. There's a bigger picture here, which is tackling the issue and stopping people from coming. Ben Bradley continues by saying that they've not told us about it, they've not told us what services we need to put around it, and they've made people homeless in Mansfield as a result. It's not being very well managed by Serco. It always goes back to Serco. The problem with the companies and private contractors like Serco is the fact that they get the government contract, they get the millions and millions of pounds worth of the value of the contract, and in reality there is no real scrutiny. All they have to do is to they report back to a division in the department in their home office every now and then as they continue their operation. So they are helping with the taxi service to send people around when they breach the borders. They also help to find accommodation, but there's no accountability, there's no democracy involved in this. Local people are not being consulted. In fact, local councillors and local MPs like Ben Bradley, as he said, he wasn't even told about this. If you have some sort of community work, if you have some sort of actual cooperation with people around the country, then maybe there will be some areas, maybe Islington or Hampstead, someone would say, actually, yeah, it's fine. We will house some illegal migrants here for a while. But that's the main problem. The main problem is the fact that we can't really control the borders, and that's undermining both people who are in need in the country, and also it undermines, as I always say, a few good, talented, legal, economic migrants who are still also waiting. And we could do with their talent. When there is a need, we could do with talent if people also integrate. You have to make sure there's integration. Otherwise, I'm not really in favor of just giving everybody everything, including British citizenship, just because they're here. No, there has to be a proper vetting process. There has to be requirements, and not just the current British citizenship test that all you have to do is just memorize some questions and you can just pass. No, you have to actually find out if someone wants to embrace Britishness. If they can't, then no, you're just a guest, and that's what you are. This is the reality, and apparently it's controversial to say that, but if you want to keep the country stable economically and culturally, you have to look after your people first. You have to. Otherwise, what's the point of having a border? What's the point of having a flag? What's the point of having a name for a country? And there's no level playing field. Do you think you can just go easily to Saudi Arabia as a Brit and be like, well, just give me everything now? That's not how it works. And that's just one country. There's so many other countries as well that will completely kick you out if you have any demands. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. We're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about how a number of members of parliament are getting their energy bills paid for by the taxpayer. Subscribe to the channel on my Tousi, and we are the media.